the Buick Show. It's the Berle Show. It's the Buick Berle Show. Presented by your Buick dealers, with tonight's guest stars Mickey Rooney, Eileen Barton, and starring Mr. Television, Milton Berle.
For I know that very soon we'll take a honeymoon, my Buick, my love and I.
From what you have told me so far of your childhood and your experiences as you grew to maturity, I would diagnose your case very simply. You have a split personality.
Who, me? Who, me? What do you mean, split personality? I do a single. Didn't you ever see my act? I mean, there's only one Milton Berle, and that's Bob Hope.
Oh, you think you're Bob Hope?
What do you mean?
Delusions of grandeur.
What do you mean? Now listen, Doctor, what do you mean? What do you mean by split personality? I don't understand.
It means that there is a clash of personalities within you.
Within me.
At times you are aggressive, and at times you are shy. At times you are happy and gay. Other times you are sad and depressed. Sometimes you feel you are alone and deserted without a friend in the world. Other times, if you have thousands of friends.
I have thousands of friends. Hello, George. Hello, Abe. Hello. Listen, you understand. What I want to know, Doctor, is I can't hear you. That's the first thing. I can't understand a word you're saying. What I can't understand is these dreams that I have. You haven't answered my question, where I get sick and I dream that I'm not able to be on the show. Every night I dream I'm not able to be on my show.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the dream of many people.
Please, if you want to tell jokes, you give me the book and I'll write down the joke. If I want to hear jokes, I can be examined by my writers. You haven't explained what's wrong with me. Can't you help me, Doctor?
It's very simple, Mr. Berle.
Yeah,
it's very simple. You see, you suffer the pressure of the responsibility of your being the star of your show weighs heavily upon you.
I see.
What you need to relieve that pressure is to get an understudy.
An understudy.
So that you will know, even if you're not there, the show will go on. Somebody to replace you.
That's a good idea. I'll get myself an understudy, somebody to replace me. Thank you very much, Doctor. I'll remember that very much.
That will be $25.
$25? Just to tell me that I need a replacement? Are you kidding? For a dime, I could have called Robert Q. Lewis direct.
What does this imply? This is very strange. Has Mr. Berle decided that he's gonna make a change?
Who will qualify? Who will get the part?
To be a genius, is it necessary to be smart?
Hey, Eddie!
I just heard from someone in the know that there's a very good reason he needs help on the show.
He's holding this audition to fill a new position. He needs an understudy who can do what he does.
His rating's astronomic.
But he's a weary comic.
He's older than he used to be. In fact, he always was.
I'm looking for a genius, a trouble who's a super-duper genius. Someone who is charming, who is brilliant and alarming, who can sing like Bing and dance like Fred and can make up funny jokes right out of his head. Say, I'm looking for a genius, a person who must be twice as good as anyone else and half as good as me. Now I'm ready to make my choice. Is there a singer among you that has a very good voice? You sing, please. All of me. Why not take all of me? That's pretty
pretty nice. Next, please.
All of me, why not take all?
Anybody else, please? Anybody else here that knows how to sing?
All of me, why not take all?
Mickey Rooney. What are you... Get out of here, will you? Now, there's a very, very important thing I want you to know in bands. I want a young fella that really knows how to dance. Can anybody dance? You. Ah, pretty good. Graceful. Very nice. Next, please. You. Graceful. Next, please. Disgraceful. Get out. Now, a very important thing after all the public want to buy, I need a low-down, common, hokey, stoogey type of guy. Anybody stoogey? I'm sorry, young man, you're not hokey enough. Next one, please, if you don't mind. Still not hokey enough. Next, please. Anybody else? You're hokey enough. You're signed. You're well-dressed. What are you talking about?
We can sing better than he. We can act better than he. We can dance better than he. Better than me? Better.
Better? Are you
Better.
kidding? Oh, that's Mickey boy, I can see that you're twice as good as anyone else and half as big as me. He's a well-appreciated and elevated. Mickey, this is going to be a great kick. You wanted to work for me, but I don't understand a bit. You an understudy? After all, Mickey Rooney, you're a big movie star. You should be making pictures.
Well, Milt, I would be making pictures, except
Yeah?
I'm having a lot of trouble finding a leading lady.
You can't find a leading lady?
No, you see,
Man.
I'm too short for Rita Hayworth and too late for Marilyn Monroe.
How do you like that, DiMaggio? So many men would be happy if you'd only gone on and play in the field. Mickey, come over here. If you're going to be... Sit down here. Just relax.
Right here?
Yeah, sit right down. This is all the scripts here. If you're going to go on television, Mickey, I want to tell you something. I can't fathom the whole idea.
No?
I mean, you should have a show of your own. You know what I mean? What is this understudy bit? What do you want to do?
Well, Mr. Berle, the reason I wanted to get on your show was to get into business and, well, break into the television business with you and sort of worm my way into television.
Well, a lot of stars have wormed their way into television through my show.
That's what I hear. You've got the wormiest show on television.
I only have 2 words for you. Donald O'Connor.
Who's she?
Look, Andy, let's have a hearty-to-hearty talk. Now, look, a lot of big stars began their careers on my show, and they didn't ask for money either, you know what I mean?
Well, look,
they didn't ask for a bit of money. After all, when they worked for me, they were only working for a crumb.
That's what I hear. You're the biggest crumb
Now,
in
stop it.
television.
Now, listen, will you do me a favor, Toulouse-Lautrec? You're kidding, aren't you?
Of course.
You want to work for me or not?
Certainly, I want to work for you. I want to be your understudy, Milt.
Why?
Yes, I want to be your understudy because I want to work with the man who made television a household word. Mr. Television himself. That's who I want to work for, Milton.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
With me, you can learn the television business, but just keep yourself in my hands, and I know most of all the tricks. Come here, Sonny.
Yes.
The most important trick that no one knows too well are the camera angles.
The camera
Camera
angles?
angles, you gotta be...
Oh, I think I know something about the camera angles,
Yeah,
Milton,
from
because
what?
from the movies that I've made,
Oh,
you
no,
know,
movies,
pictures
Hollywood is different than television. You see, in Hollywood they have wide screens, and on television they only have small screens.
Oh,
so you must be sure that you're in the picture all the time, like this. You see, you must be sure. In the picture, like...
You mean you've got to get into it all the time?
No, you see...
You've got to make yourself known.
No, you gotta keep trying for close-ups.
No, wait.
Close-ups. You gotta get close to it.
Close up?
Yeah, you gotta...
I love it. Wait a minute.
You gotta get close up.
I'm gonna
Wait,
get it.
Mickey,
Here I come.
Mickey, not that close. Mickey, I lose more understudies that way. I really do.
Hi, folks. Thanks for inviting me into your living room. What city am I in?
Come on, get out of there, will you? I've heard of trying to reach an audience, but this is absolutely ridiculous. Now, Mickey, will you come out? Will you come out of there, please? What's the matter? Congratulations, you just broke Florence Chadwick's record for crossing that channel.
Look, Milt,
Yeah.
look, I think that I know the camera angles inside and out.
Yeah, and inside and out, that's right, yeah.
Well, look, do I get the job as your understudy?
Well,
That's the
okay, Mickey, you'll get the job, but you must remember one thing.
What's that?
You are very talented, but you must start very, very small. You must be very small on my show.
Milton, look, if I started much smaller, I'd be opening the Castro convertible.
I was... No, what I mean, Mickey, that you can't expect to be a big star on the show. After all, I am the head man here, you know that?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
you're the head man. Mr.
Yes,
Television
yes,
himself,
you said
huh?
that, you said
Yes.
that. Look, you're repeating.
Yeah, and look who's saying something about repeating.
I
huh?
was...
Always.
Oh, now look, now about the salary. The understudy job doesn't pay very much money. You know?
Oh, no, don't worry about that.
No.
I'm willing to work for coffee money, Milton.
Coffee money?
Really.
No, you can't, because this only pays $200 a week.
I'll take it.
You'll take it. Okay?
I'll take it.
Coffee, he wants. Even Chase and Sanborn are switching to tea. By the way, Mickey, we start rehearsing this morning, and we're going to do a very wonderful show, and I want you to understudy me. Now, but one important thing, you must learn what I learn,
Yeah.
and do what I do, and say what I say.
Learn what you do what you say, and how you act.
That's
everything.
right. Everything. You've got to say what I say,
what you say,
do what I do,
do what you do,
and everything.
and everything.
Here comes my guest star, Eileen Barton. Here she is, Eileen Barton. Hello, Eileen.
Hello, Milton.
Good to see you, darling.
Thank
you
you.
look simply ravishing, honey. Do you know Mickey Rooney?
Oh, how do you do,
How do you
Mickey?
do?
Mickey Rooney, Jack Eigen.
You're understudying,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
I'm doing all right?
That's
Phil?
not the kind of understudy. Please, look. Oh, you're bleeding. Is it ketchup? No, I was... Look, I'll tell you, Eileen, I'm sorry. I apologize for him, and you must do what I tell you to do, but
Yes.
not that kind of work.
No.
You understand? You'll kiss your way right out of the job. Now, here's what I want you to do. We'll talk about the number that you're going to do after the show. We're going to talk about it after the show.
Yeah, and we'll talk about what we're going to do after the show.
No,
what
you don't have to repeat what I... Pardon me, darling. Why do you have to? What's the
Huh?
matter
Well,
with
you told me,
I
Mr.
told you,
Berle,
but she doesn't go for your type of men. She likes tall men. Men 6 feet and over.
Sure, what good are men 6 feet under?
I was... Now, look, if you want to start small, I'll start you off small enough. I'll introduce you to Max. She's in my dressing room. We'll draw her up a contract. Come on in the room.
Good.
Everything will be all right. Max!
Jack?
Max, I want you to draw up a contract for this gentleman. Do you know Mr. Rooney?
Oh, hello, Pat.
I was... No, that's not Pat Rooney. Don't you know Andy Hardy? Andy Hardy, remember the pictures? Andy Hardy takes numbers. Andy Hardy goes to Vassar. Andy Hardy has a bar mitzvah. This is Andy.
Oh, sure, Andy.
sure.
I should have recognized you from your pictures.
Thank you.
How's Amos?
I was disgusted. Why don't you go to a fresh air taxidermist and have your head stuffed? Max, don't you know who this
Milt,
is?
do you mind if I explain to Max who I am?
Yeah, tell her who you
Yes.
Now listen, darling. I don't want you go getting excited, you understand that? Because if you don't know who I am, that's quite all right. And if there's something that you don't understand, darling, all you have to do is speak up, because I'm all ears.
Oh. Hey? Now you know who he is?
Oh, yes.
Sure.
Jimmy Stewart.
This is not Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy's...
Oh, it's not James either. You see, you remind me of a girl I used to go with back home. Cute as a little bug. Come to think about it, quite cute for a bug. Awful homely for a girl.
You see? Now you know who it is?
Yeah, a Peter Lorre. No, it is not Peter Lorre.
Yeah.
I will
Hey,
squeeze your
take
neck
it easy,
until
take
the
it easy.
eyeballs...
Just a minute. If there's going to be any impersonations done on the show, I'm the guy that's going to do it, see? Hey, I'm Bogey, see? This is Bogey speaking, baby. I like that, baby Bogey. That's pretty good.
No, look, let me tell
Wait a minute. You got applause for all your impersonations?
That's right.
Max, applaud, please. Thank you, 1 and 1. Now, look, would you do me a favor? I'm going to start rehearsal in about an hour. I have an appointment, and I'll be back in an hour.
Oh, look, I have an appointment, too. I'll be back in an hour, too.
You have to say what is this on the left?
I have an appointment, Milton. I'll see you later, in an hour.
In an hour. Look, Max, I'm coming right back, and you draw up the contracts. You understand?
Don't hurry, honey. But if you ever get a chance, why don't you come up and see me sometime?
Oh, I know who that is. Richard Widmark. Draw up the contract. I'll be right back.
Now, let me see. This is a contract between Jimmy Stewart, Annie Laurie, and the Bogeyman.
Now, as I understand it, Mr. Berle, you followed my advice exactly.
Yeah.
You engaged an understudy.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that should take the pressure of responsibility off your shoulders.
Yeah.
Now, what seems to be your problem?
Well, I have a problem, Doctor. You see, I engaged a guy, but he's too clever. He's too great. Everything he does sensationally, and he's beginning to steal the show from me.
Oh, very interesting.
What's interesting?
You are developing a feeling of inferiority. Based on a fear of inadequacy, which presents itself as a distorted view of the total perspective.
You mean I need glasses?
No, Mr. Berle.
Yeah.
You have an anxiety neurosis, which, under emotional stress, tends to create a complete confusion. It's actually down here in my notes, you see. It tends to create a lack of normal balance.
Normal balance. You think I'll never be able to dance again? You gotta do something for me, Doctor. Help me, will you?
Mr. Berle, the solution is very simple.
Yeah.
You see, it's your split personality.
My split personality.
Yes, you want a good understudy.
Yeah.
But you don't want him to be too good, or he might take your show away. So the thing to do is to keep him completely subjugated.
Yeah.
Give him only small, insignificant duties to perform.
What was that word you said? What is
Subjugated.
Put him in a subway with the gate? What?
Keep him subjugated.
Subjugated. Keep him in the back.
That is correct.
Thank you, Doctor. Even though I have a split personality, I want to thank you. I'll remember that. Thank you very much, Doctor.
Yes. Mr. Berle, haven't you forgotten something?
Oh, yes. I forgot something. Yes. Yeah, Doctor. There's $12 and there's 50 cents.
No, it's $25 a visit.
My other personality's broke. I'll have to overtake it.
Hi, Doc.
Oh, hello, Mr. Rooney. Come in.
I'm back, yes. You know, I did exactly as you told me to.
Yes.
Yes, and I went out and I saw this certain fellow, and I built him up to the sky, Doc, like you told me to do, and I told him he was the greatest thing that ever happened, you know?
Yes.
I finally got the job as his understudy.
Yes, you told me you had a fear complex, that you were not able to start in television as a star, and I advised you to begin small.
That's right. But now I seem to have the fear that I'll be an understudy for the rest of my life, Doctor.
Oh, no. That is a normal reaction of a split personality that wants to start big, but is afraid to begin small. Now, this neurosis can easily be overcome by doing the little things that you are given to do brilliantly. And in doing them, you will soon gain assurance and reach the stardom you deserve.
Oh, just be brilliant, you say?
Yes.
Yes. Just do anything that I want. Sort of slowly steal the show away from him.
That's the idea. Remember, you're talented. You must believe in yourself. You can be anybody, anything.
Why, of course I can be anybody, anything I want. Anybody, you know. Of course I can, Doctor. I want to thank you, sir, for your fine advice. And let me tell you right now, you're a fine doctor. I'm going to get you a new shingle that says, SD, some doctor.
Oh,
I'll see you
very
later,
good. Just a moment. Haven't you forgotten something? $25.
Oh, yes, by the by. Let me just write it out here for you. 25. There you are. Bye-bye, Doctor.
Goodbye.
See you later.
Lionel Barrymore.
Won't you come along with me to the Mississippi?
Mississippi.
We'll take a boat to the land of dreams. Steam down the river down to New Orleans. Basin Street is the street where the elite always meet. In New Orleans, the land of dreams. You'll never know how nice it seems or just how much it really means. Glad to be, yes, sirree, where welcome's free, and it's dear to me, where I can lose my Basin Street blues.
There to meet us.
The band's there to meet us, old friends to greet us.
Old friends to greet us.
This is Basin Street. Basin Street is the street where all the elite always meet. In New Orleans, land of dreams, you'll never know how nice it seems or just how much it really means. Glad to be, yes, sirree, where welcome's free and it's dear to me, where I can lose, where I can lose my Basin Street
Boy, I'm telling you, Eileen, you're absolutely going to be sensational. You do that song in the show, do it just like you sang it, and you'll bring the house down.
Thank you.
You'll be the hit of the show. I really mean that. So if you ever get a show, don't forget to do that song on the show.
You mean I can't do that song on the show
You
tonight?
can't do the song on a show? Or the show on a song? Don't worry about it. I think that you and I should do a song together, and we'll do a song with the chorus. You know what I mean?
Oh, all right.
And
Excuse me, Milt, but I can be in the number 2.
Pardon me,
please,
will you,
Miss
Eileen?
Barton?
Look,
Can I?
Mickey, you are just my understudy. I'll call on you when I need you. You understand?
I'm
You're
just your
making
understudy.
me nervous, you understand?
Uh-huh.
You're only going to be in the... I'll put you in, even if it's only in the chorus, you know what I mean?
The chorus?
Yeah.
Oh, well, whatever I do, I'll do brilliantly.
Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
the chorus?
Yeah.
I'll do everything.
Yeah, look, I'll tell you what you do. You do anything around here, just small, until you know what it's all about.
Yeah.
All right, everybody get ready now for the Eileen Barton Milton Berle production number.
All right, everybody get ready now for the Eileen Barton Milton Berle production number.
Eileen, will you get ready, please? Will you do that?
All right, Milton. Just give me 1 or 2 minutes to change.
Yes, I will. And I'd like to take one of those 2 minutes right now to rehearse something else. And here he is, the man you've all been waiting for, Jack Lescoulie.
And here he is, the man you've all been waiting for. Jack Lescoulie.
Okay. We'll see how big a hit Eileen Barton is with Milton, and an added surprise in just a moment. You know, a few weeks ago, an interesting article about high horsepower appeared in Look magazine. Here, just let me hold it up. Can you see this picture? It has dotted lines showing the time it takes to pass a car on the highway. Now, up here at the top is the car that does the passing. Here is the car to be passed, and just to make it dramatic, here is a car approaching in the opposite lane. Now, if you follow the dotted lines, you see that a high-powered car is safely around the other car and back in its own lane at this point. A low-powered car has to make a longer run, and it's back in its lane here. And a high-powered car with a governor, heaven forbid, can just barely make it, arriving back in its own lane right here. Well, now, tonight, I'd like to talk about the safety advantage there is for you in the 1954 Buicks. They have, as you know, the highest horsepowers in Buick history. So in today's Buicks, you have an extra reserve of power to draw on. Extra power to level out the steep hills, and most important, extra power to step safely around slow vehicles on the straightaway, when the road ahead is clear, of course. Believe me, folks, you really appreciate the security you feel in knowing that your 1954 Buick has what it takes to keep from being trapped behind a truck or trailer that's blocking the road ahead. You know when it's safe to do so. Your car will breeze right around that roadblock and return to your lane in a matter of seconds. I'd like to give you an example. This Buick, right here, is behind a truck. The road ahead is clear for as far as you can see. But nevertheless, you don't want to be out in that left-hand lane any longer than necessary. So, let's switch to the view you saw in the magazine picture. There we are, and see how a high-horsepower Buick can handle this situation. Now, here she comes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and she's safely around and on her way. Now, can't you imagine how comforting it is to know your Buick has power like that, and the safety that goes along with it? So, folks, remember that every Buick this year has the highest horsepower in its series. And every Buick has Buick's own vertical valve V8 engine, including the low-price special. That's right. In a new 1954 Buick, you definitely get car of tomorrow power as well as car of tomorrow styling. And you can prove that yourself. Drive a 1954 Buick. Ask your Buick dealer for a demonstration tomorrow. And now, let's go to the Eileen Barton Milton Berle production number.
Good night, Eileen. Good night, baby. The milkman's on his way.
Well, good night, Milty. Good night. Night has turned to day.
I see a new sun up in a new sky, and my whole horizon has reached a new high.
Yesterday my heart sang a blue song, but today hear it hum a cheery new song.
I dreamed a new dream. I saw a new face.
And I'm spreading sunshine all over the place with a new point of view. Here's what greets my eyes: new love, new luck, new sun in the sky. Take it! I see a new sun up in a new sky, and my whole horizon has reached a new high.
Here's a new point of view that has greeted my eyes.
New love, new love, new sun in the sky.
But why do you let him get in front of you? Why do you let him get into the number in the first place? I told you to give him only small parts. Keep him small. Keep him in a subjugated state.
Keep him in a subjugated state. What do you want me to do, send him to East Berlin? I don't understand. What do you mean, Doctor?
Look, Mr. Berle, you're allowing this boy to become too important. And the reason you're doing it is that subconsciously you want to destroy yourself.
I want to destroy myself.
You have a suicidal drive.
Oh, I haven't got who's got a suicidal drive? I got the smoothest and safest drive in the road. The Dynaflow and the Buick. Now, I put this boy in a chorus to keep him in the back of me, and I didn't want to see him on a keep away.
But Mr. Berle, you must put him further back.
Further back.
Put him backstage. Make him a stagehand.
Make him a stagehand. Yeah, that's good.
Yes, you see, Mr. Berle, in that way you will deflate his ego.
Oh, I don't want to let any air out of his tires. A stagehand. Okay, Doc, I'll try that.
Yes.
I'll see you tomorrow, Doc.
Fine. Mr. Berle, haven't you forgotten something? $25.
Oh, yes. Well, Doctor, you see, right now, my wallet is in a state of deflated ego because of March 15th. See, on March 15th, my income is going to be analyzed by the greatest psychoanalyst of them all. 48 couches, no waiting. Between you and them, you got me on a couch and they got me over a barrel. So long, Doctor. I'll see you guys.
Mr. Rooney, how is it coming along?
It's coming along just fine. I did what you said, started small.
Yes.
Got a job in the chorus. But I outshined the entire assembly. Yes, I even stole the show away from the star himself, Doc. I can't help from being great. I can't help it after 30 long years in show business. I can't be bad. I'm wonderful. I'm too marvelous. I know you've got to help me. You've got to make me bad. I can't go on being this great.
Yes, there, Mr. Rooney. You see, your problem is that you can't accept success. You must do it by easy stages. Today, you climbed too quickly.
Oh, I did.
You must say to yourself, I'm no good.
I'm no good.
I'm a bum.
I'm a bum.
I'm a derelict.
I'm a derelict. I am a derelict. No friends. Nothing to eat. No babies to sleep.
Yes, very good, Mr. Rooney. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, Doctor, haven't you forgotten something?
Oh. Right up. Wait a minute. What's going on here?
That's what I'll do. I'll make Mickey a stagehand. I'll make him a stagehand. I'll subjugate him. That's what I'll do. I'll make him a stagehand. I'll make him Francis's assistant. There's nothing lower than that. Francis, where are you? Francis.
Yeah, what are you hollering? Right away, start to holler.
Now, Francis, don't start on me today because I don't feel, I just came from the doctor's office.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
The doctor gave you a dirty bill of health, I hope?
I was not that kind of a doctor. This doctor deals with the brain.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How much is he charging you to put one in?
He's given me one that's never been used before. Yours.
Oh, that's clever. Such a wit. A regular Allen.
What?
You're a regular Allen.
Fred?
No, Gracie.
These kind of jokes burn me up.
I get it.
What?
Burns and Allen.
All right, now stop.
Brilliant remarks. They shoot out of his mouth like a raffle.
You mean a rifle?
No, a raffle. Every time you open your mouth, you're taking a chance.
Oh, boy, your family must have been crazy about seafood to bring up a shrimp like you.
Al, you went and spoiled
What did I
everything.
spoil?
You
What?
Why do you cheapen yourself that way? You were going so good with the sophisticated repartee, and then zing! You start telling shrimp jokes. Isn't a man like you? You don't have to be lowbrow and disgusting.
I know.
You could be highbrow and disgusting.
Francis, do you realize that I'm the star of my show?
Ooh, chip, chip, chip. Well, big star.
Now, look, when I am standing here before you, I demand respect.
Respect you'll get when you're laid out before me.
Now, listen, I want to tell you,
Get your nervous nails off the nylon.
Nervous nails?
Deteriorating the DuPont.
Now, look, didn't I tell you to wait in the test tube? Look, would you do me a favor? I want you to listen to me right, will you, Francis? You're acting like a kid. I'm trying to get you an assistant stagehand to help you, and I'm trying to get you somebody, you're fighting me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm trying to
What,
get
a relative? You're getting somebody a job?
No, I'm not getting you. I'm getting you Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Rooney?
Yeah.
The Mickey Rooney?
Yeah.
Who's Mickey Rooney?
Mickey Rooney's from Hollywood. He's from pictures.
You're getting him for a stagehand?
That's right.
How'd you work that? What'd you do, slip Mickey a Mickey?
I got my reasons. Come here. This boy can do anything. He sings and he dances, he tells jokes, he does impersonations. I'm going to do a serious, dramatic sketch. Remember the one I did with, like, Tallulah and Frank Sinatra? You know, really straight dramatic. And I want him to help you set up the scene, and that's all I want him to do. So get him to help you to set up the scene, okay?
Okay.
Will you do that?
Yes, sire. It's my command, sire. I'll do anything you wish to, sire. Hey, clever, wish to, sire?
Say one. Look, would you do me
Oh, what a rain on this bird.
smell. He's sharp as a marshmallow.
I was... There goes Francis stepping out of thousands of iodine bottles all over the country. Alan, when we do this scene, I want you... Wait a minute. Is this the table for the dramatic sketch? Are you bringing in the table for the dramatic sketch?
You're bringing in the table.
No, you don't understand. Is this the table for the dramatic sketch? Is this the table?
No, it's a chair.
I was... Oh, they're ganging up on me. Now, look. Now, will you... Now, you stay out of this, you understand? You stay out of this, you understand?
Yeah.
I don't want to have anything to do with you.
Yeah,
okay,
look.
now, what I just asked you a simple question, that's all, a simple question.
A simple question. You can see that it's not a chair. You can see it's a
All right,
table.
I just tabled the question.
Oh, clever.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, he says table the question. I say something about that. Oh, he's a wit. What a wit this Berle is,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Yeah, regular Groucho, this man.
Groucho Marx, huh?
No, they're just the biggest Grouch I ever saw.
I was... Now, listen, you two, I want to...
Yeah, take your mealy hooks off the muslin. You're Brendan the Brooks Brothers. Kid.
Now, listen. Now, listen, you're just an understudy here, and I'm Milton Berle, and I am the star of the show.
Ship, ship, ship.
Now, you stay out of this, you understand?
Don't holler on my boss.
I'm not.
Don't you holler on my boss. What?
Now, listen.
You're gonna make a stage
I don't know about your clothes, but you're ruining my $500 suit. 500 for 6. Now, listen.
You haven't got the guts to put him in a dramatic sketch.
You're serious about it. I haven't got the guts to put him in... What do you... I don't understand you. I'm
I
not afraid
double-
of anybody when it comes to acting.
All right?
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
I double dare you to put him in a dramatic sketch.
All right. Would you like to be in the dramatic... No?
I don't want to be a success.
Hey,
No, I don't want to. Huh?
Take it, Shorty.
Okay, Stretch.
I was... Shorty and Stretch. One on top of the other wouldn't even make a king-size cigarette. Okay. All right, you're in the sketch. Now go and get dressed.
All right, I'll get dressed.
You haven't got much to do. Now listen, this sketch that we're doing is a very, very important sketch, and it's very dramatic, and it's very tragic.
So what's so different from last week's show?
I was... Alan, we're going to present this sketch. It's a dramatic sketch called The Killer Instinct, and give me the type of music that goes with it. Will you hit it, please, Alan? The scene is the fighter's dressing room in a neighborhood club. A room shared by all the boxes on the card. Not very glamorous, not very private. The smell of sweat and cheap liniment. Okay.
All right,
Okay, now close the door. Give the boy Wonder a chance to get dressed.
How'd you like that fight, Mike?
You're a darling, you're a darling, Harry Dynamite, just like I told you.
Yeah, you better get these things off,
Yeah,
huh, kid?
rip off those gloves, will you?
Yeah. Do you like the way I did it, huh?
Oh, you-
Changed my style, popped
Great.
them with that left hand, and then
You would-
shot that right over, huh?
You got the championship right in your lap, kid.
3 rounds.
I told everybody to stay out here, give the kid a relaxed minute. Look, fellas, would you do... Hello, Doc.
Let's have a look at those bandages. Okay, you're in the clear.
In the clear? What do you mean, Doc? What do you mean?
Edwards got a bad bang when his head hit the floor.
Yeah, I know, but he was coming around before I left the ring. Is that what you told me, Mike? Huh?
Sure, he was coming to when he left the ring.
Edwards is dead. You've got nothing to worry about, son. You're clean.
Come on, Harry, you heard what the doctor said. You're clean. Come on, kid, you're a fighter. You're a fighter.
Crowd kept yelling, kill him. Go on, kill him. It's just what I did.
Now get a hold of yourself, will you there, Harry? Get a hold of yourself.
I didn't mean to, Mike. Honest, I didn't mean to do it.
Of course you didn't, kid. Nobody says you did. Listen, better snap out of it. We reporters being here.
Reporters?
Yeah, they'll make some kind of a stink about the whole thing. Edwards was a big name once. Now he's all washed up.
Washed up. Mike, you didn't tell me that it was all washed up.
Now, look, kid, it's my place to get you a job and get fights for you, that's all.
Yeah, but look, I'm supposed to be good. You don't have to give me any setups.
Wise up, kid. We're in a shot for the title right now. Mike Gordon has everything in his hands.
Yeah.
You listen to me, and one lucky punch would have cost us $1 million.
You knew Edwards couldn't hurt me. That's why you wanted me to go in and slug it out with him, huh?
You had to slug it out. You got to build up a fouling. Couldn't draw flies after the Ruby Wells fight.
I won the Ruby Wells fight.
What do you mean won? You boxed. Fans don't pay to see boxing. They want to see blood. Blood.
So you got Edwards.
Edwards was safe.
Edwards is dead.
All right. All right, blame me. Blame me if you want it. But I didn't push Edwards into this fight.
I didn't mean to do it.
I just wanted to give the bum a break.
I didn't mean to. I'm telling you,
Sam, I told you to watch the door.
Sorry, Mike.
Hey, lady, this is a men's dressing room here. No dames. Will you take a powder?
Which is Edward's locker?
Huh?
I've come to get his things.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Edwards. It was just an accident, you know. We're all in this game together, and, you know, we have to all take our chances.
Shut up.
Don't you talk to my boy that way.
I can't talk to him. He only murdered my husband.
What do you want to do, ruin the kid? Will you cut it out? What do you want to ruin him?
Why didn't you use a gun?
What do you mean? He's a fighter. Now, nobody pushed your husband in this fight.
Yeah, nobody pushed him.
Nobody pushed him.
Nobody but his 3 kids. They got a bad habit. Eating. It's easy money, this fight game. Real easy. Till you start going downhill and you take what you can get. You know what Charlie said about you? He said you were safe.
Safe.
He said you were decent. Decent. He saw the Ruby Wells fight. He said you carried Ruby the last 3 rounds.
Well, the kid was glassy-eyed. The referee didn't want to stop the fight. I didn't have the heart to belt him.
You had the heart tonight.
Yeah, but then the crowd started to boo me. They booed in the Wells fight.
They cheered you tonight.
Yeah, but that booing, you know, it takes the skin off your back.
I said it once, and I'll say it again. The crowd's out for blood. That's what they
You
are.
got blood tonight.
It was in the 3rd round. I heard him in the 3rd round, Mike. I had him all set up. I popped that left hand. I was going to shoot the right hand over, and I held back. They started to boo. Just like the Wells fight. You know what that booing does to you?
It takes the skin off your back.
I saw everything slipping away, like all the months of hard work and sweat and training. Came red all over me, and I heard him yelling, "Kill him! Go on, kill him!" Then I let it go. I let that right hand go. That one lousy punch, that's what I did. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it, Mrs. Edwards. I didn't mean.
Why? It's not your fault. It's just the same as with Charlie. He didn't know any better. You don't know any better.
We'll do everything we can, Mrs. Edwards. You can have the kid's purse.
I don't want your purse.
I didn't mean to, Mrs. Edwards. Honest, I didn't.
I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming anybody. You're a sap and you're a sucker, same as he was. Maybe someday they'll carry you out of the ring feet first, just like they did with Charlie.
I hope they do. I deserve it.
No, it's not your fault.
I deserve it.
Harry, come on, get a grip on yourself, will you, kid?
Look, what am I kidding you for? Kidding you? I knew what I was doing every minute of the time.
Sure, he knew what he was doing every minute.
You told me once that there was a killer inside everybody, and if I wanted to be the champion, I'd have to let the killer out.
That's what I
Well,
said.
tonight I let it out. I set him up with the left hand, and then I popped that right over.
No.
I did it. I knew what I was doing every minute of the time, Mrs. Edwards.
No,
I threw that bomb.
We're there, kid. We're there. We're...
You're murderers!
Murderous!
Come on, kid. Don't let her upset you. You're championship bound. Nothing can stop you now.
No, nothing can stop me now. I'm a killer. I'm Killer Doyle. I'm Killer Doyle. I'm Killer Doyle.
Well, I do don't understand you at all, Mr. Berle. I told you distinctly to keep him off the stage. You were going to make him a stagehand.
Yeah, I was going to make him a stagehand.
Now you tell me that he got into some dramatic playlet with you, and he was the star again.
Yeah.
Why didn't you play the part of the fighter?
That's what I should have done. I should have, because I'm better equipped for it. Because I'm stronger, I'm heavier, I'm punchier. What am I saying?
You should have played the part, Mr. Berle, and gotten some less important people to play the other parts so that you could have come off as the star.
That's what I should have done. And the way I would have played it, it would have been a different kind of a play.
So true. So true. Oh,
Sure, I'd give it my special interpretation. You know how that play would have come off with me as the fighter?
How?
It would start the same way, see? Except that instead of Rooney, I'll get actors who can't act.
Very good idea. Get actors who can't act.
The scene is the fighter's dressing room in a neighborhood club. A room shared by all the boxers on the card. Not very glamorous, not very private. The smell of sweat and cheap liniment.
You, clear the room. Come on, you're on next. Get going. You're fighting next. Get going. Get on the table, killer. Now, what happened to you in there?
I want to...
Wait a minute. You look at your mouthpiece, sir. Now get it out.
Out. You take out the mouthpiece. You don't have to take out the teeth. How did I do? Did I do good? Did I do good in the fight?
What fight? You ain't had to fight yet. You tripped on the stairs going into the ring.
I tell you, come, I didn't trip. I remember hitting somebody.
That was Lucy Monroe you hit. She was getting ready to sing.
Don't tell me that. I wouldn't hit Lucy because I love Lucy.
Come on, you gotta go back in there and fight. They're waiting to see you knock.
I don't want to. I'm doing fighting. I can't go in out. Look at the beating I took coming over that step. Gee, look at my hand. Look at it.
What's the matter with your hand? That's just another glove.
I thought it was swollen.
Get out there and fight Edwards. They're waiting to see you knock Edwards out. Now get going.
You're pushing me. You can't get me somebody easy to fight, easier. Somebody like that Ruby Wells, like last week.
Do you want to be champ?
Huh?
You want to be champ? You can't fight Ruby Wells every week.
Well, that was an easy fight. Can't you get her again? Can't you get her again? But
Yeah, who is it? Hey, what are you doing here? Can't you read? This is a dressing room. Take a powder.
This is a powder room?
What do you want here?
Which one is Edward's locker?
Ah.
I've come to get his things. If there ain't going to be any fight, then I might as well get his things.
There's gonna be a fight. He just had a little accident, that's all.
I had an accident. I tripped on my way up.
Shut up!
Just a minute. You got no right to talk to my boy that way. You're all right. He's all right. And you got no right to talk to him.
I got no right. He's only a murderer.
So who am I?
Nobody but our 3 kids.
The 3 kids?
If my husband don't fight, then we don't get the purse. And our kids have a bad habit. eaten. Why didn't you just use a gun on our 3 kids?
What do you mean? What 3 kids?
We have 3 little daughters. All girls. They're 4 years old and 6 years old and 8 years old. You've got to fight, you hear me?
All right, I'll fight the 4-year-old one.
Murderer! That's what you are, you're a murderer!
With a stick or a stone, I'll break my bone, but name I will hurt me.
Shut up! All right. If he ain't going to fight, then I might as well get my husband's things and go home. Which one is Edward's locker?
It's that one up there.
I'm Killer Doyle! I'm Killer Doyle! Shut up!
That sounds very good, Mr. Burroughs.
Sure, it's good.
Yes, but you'll see that your split personality is still at work.
Oh, Doctor, there you go again with my split personality.
Yes, indeed. You see, you wanted to be the #1 figure in this play.
Yeah.
And still, your subconscious permitted this boy to come and take the finish from you.
That's right.
Mr. Burroughs, you must find some way to keep him repressed, keep him small, keep him off the stage entirely if you can.
Keep him off the stage. That's a good idea. Keep him off the stage. But if he isn't on the stage, he can only be one place, and that's in the orchestra pit. Now, keep him buried in back of the orchestra pit. He plays instruments, you know. Nobody will see him there. That's good advice. I'll see you tomorrow, Doctor. Thank you.
Oh, just a minute, Mr. Burroughs.
Yeah?
We've been seeing each other every day now. You ought to know what I mean by now. You're not going to walk out just like that, are you? Haven't you forgotten something?
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Well, in just a moment, we'll see how Milton's latest plan to subjugate Mickey Rooney works out. To all the women in America, we men would like to say thank you. For it is your taste in fashions, your interest in styling that inspired our designers to make the beautiful new Buick the high-fashion car of 1954. And of course, we mere males are mighty interested in fashion, too. You certainly can't blame us for being just as taken with the long, low, glamour silhouette of this new Buick. In fact, it's hard to say, really, who is more enthusiastic over the new Buick's car of tomorrow styling. The Buick dealers that I've talked to recently all tell me, for instance, that high on the list of style favorites with women is this 1954 Buick Special. And that's plenty okay with the men, because this is the lowest price Buick. Yes, the very lowest price. And it has, as you can see, Buick's beautiful new profile, and all of the new Buick fashion first. There's this pace-setting panoramic windshield. Notice how it curves around the corners to a pillar with a daring reverse slant. And this smart, new, lighter sweep spear that you see right here. And these wide-opening, swing-away doors. And inside this luxurious nylon and cordovine upholstery. Under the hood, yes, you'd ask about that. And I know that women are just as interested in this as the men. There's big V8 power, the most horsepower the Buick Special has ever had. But here's the best news yet about this 1954 Buick Special, two-door, six-passenger sedan. And I invite you ladies and you gentlemen both to look at the figure on this price tag. The price of this Buick, the local delivered price in your TV station city, excluding only optional equipment and local taxes, if any, and this surprises just about everybody, is actually lower than some models of the low price 3. Friends, that's what we mean when we call the 1954 Buick a really beautiful buy. You better look it over and drive it before you decide on any car. Ask your Buick dealer to let you get behind the wheel tomorrow. Call your Buick dealer so he can arrange to let you take a demonstration drive tomorrow. And now, back to the stage where Milton has taken Mickey Rooney off the stage entirely and put him in the orchestra.
Come, get together. Let the dance floor feel your leather. Step as lightly as a feather and let yourself go.
Come, hit the timber, loosen up the start to limber. Hit that hot marimba, let yourself go. Oh, let yourself go. Relax.
Wait a minute, Mickey. Will you please
Let yourself go. Relax and let yourself go. Relax. You got yourself tied up in a knot. The night is cold, but the music's hot, so come.
Oh, no, Mickey, stop it, please. So come,
Cuddle closer. Don't you dare to answer no, sir. Put your maker, quicker, grosser. Let yourself go.
relax and let yourself go. Relax and let yourself go. Relax and let yourself go.
Yes, I understand. Well, I don't think the symptoms are too alarming, no. I would do that. Mr. Berle, you're back?
Yes, I'm back, and I'm going crazy. Crazy. I'm back to tell you that you're fired. What? You're fired. It turned out bad. Everything you told me. Subjugate, put him in the back, and read the violence and do this. And Doc, a guy that comes to see you should have his head examined. I'm kidding. You gave me some bad advice. You gave me some bad advice. I've been coming here for a long time. Yes. I've been wanting to tell you this for a long time. Now I'm going to tell it to you right now. What? That couch is very lumpy. Some doctor.
Mr. Berle, I will have you understand that I am a student of Sigmund Freud.
Yeah?
He taught me everything I know.
Well, that's not the way it should have been. He should have taught you everything he knew. Why?
But what?
Milt,
Mickey, you...
you mean all the time you've been...
Uh-huh. So that's
it.
Huh?
You
Doctor?
know what, Doctor?
You have a split personality. Oh, no! Thank you. I think we had a lot of fun with our guest stars this evening. The very, very adorable Miss Eileen Barton and Mickey Rooney, ladies and gentlemen. Still an understudy.
Yeah.
Well,
Milt, we've had a wonderful
I've
time.
had a wonderful time. We've had a lot of fun, and I want to thank you very
Thanks
much.
for inviting us both on your show,
God bless you.
Milt.
Lots
God
of good
bless
luck
you.
with your new picture, Tookie Reed.
Thanks very much,
Lots of
Milt.
good
So
luck.
long, everybody.
Bye, Eileen. Thank you. You know, folks, we did have a lot of laughs here tonight. You know, making people laugh is a wonderful way to make a living. But if I had to pick another way, you know what I'd like to be? You may laugh at this, but I'd like to be a Buick dealer. Believe me. Because your Buick dealer is making people happy, too, with those beautiful new Buicks that he's selling now. And with his courteous methods of doing business that have won him such respect over a period of years. And you can expect a great deal from your Buick dealer. He's a great, great guy to know. I want to thank Alan Roth and his very wonderful orchestra. We're back again next week with Jack Carson as our guest star in Rochester. So until I see you again, I leave you with one thought, ladies and gentlemen. May I say there's just one place for me, and that's near you. It's been a pleasure this evening to be near you. Good night, everybody, and God bless you.